Chapter 1. Introduction to Riverview Correctional Facility. Nestled amid tranquil woodlands, Riverview Correctional Facility stands as a beacon of rehabilitation and hope. This state-of-the-art prison, designed with a focus on personal growth, allows inmates a chance to confront their pasts while nurturing their futures. The serene surroundings, a stark contrast to the harsh realities of prison life, create an atmosphere both haunting and inspiring. As the sounds of nature, intermingling with the echoes of metal doors and distant conversations fill the air, listeners are invited to step inside this unique world. Through the powerful medium of personal diaries, Shadows Behind Bars unveils the everyday lives of 5 diverse inmates. These diary entries serve as intimate windows into their souls, revealing struggles, dreams, and the transformative power of connection. In this unforgiving space, redemption is not merely a distant hope. It is a palpable journey that unfolds each day behind bars. Chapter 2. Meet Marcus Mack Thompson. Marcus Mack Thompson stares at the stark walls of Riverview Correctional Facility, a far cry from the life he once knew as a gang leader. Once revered for his bravado, Mack now grapples with the weight of his past decisions and the 10-year sentence that defines his life. In his initial diary entry, he projects an image of toughness, boasting about his former power and dismissing any notion of vulnerability. Yet beneath the surface, a flicker of doubt simmers as he contemplates his role in perpetuating a cycle of violence and pain. Assigned to lead a mentorship program for younger inmates, Mack's journey begins with a reluctant sense of responsibility. He yearns to break the chains of his past and guide others away from the life that led him here. As he pens his thoughts, the walls close in, challenging him to confront the soldier he was and the man he longs to become. Chapter 3. The Weight of Responsibility. As Marcus Mack Thompson steps into his role as a mentor, he grapples with the responsibility of guiding younger inmates. In his latest diary entry, he writes, "I never thought I'd be someone they look up to. It scares me." The bravado masking his vulnerability begins to fade as he reflects on the expectations placed upon him. Memories of gang life flood his mind, echoes of violence and loyalty, now juxtaposed with the burden of accountability. Mack recalls his first meeting with the group, feeling both excitement and dread. What do I even have to teach them, he wonders, uncertain if he can break the cycle of the past. Yet as he pens his thoughts, a flicker of desire ignites within him, the hope of changing not just their lives, but his own. Through shared stories and honesty, Mack begins to confront his fears, realizing that true strength lies in vulnerability and connection. Chapter 4. Introducing Sofia Alvarez. As the morning light filters through the barred windows of Riverview Correctional Facility, Sofia Alvarez reflects on her life before incarceration, a world filled with dreams, laughter, and the innocent joy of her daughter's presence. In her first diary entry, she pours her heart onto the pages, capturing the weight of her guilt for the choices that led her here, a prison cell instead of a cozy home. Her words are filled with longing, each sentence a testament to the maternal bond that is now painfully distant. Through heartfelt poetry, Sofia expresses her aspirations for redemption and a future where she can once again cradle her daughter in her arms. Her diary becomes an intimate space where despair wrestles with hope, revealing a woman determined to reclaim her identity and turn her failures into stepping stones for a brighter tomorrow. With every stroke of the pen, Sofia seeks to bridge the divide between her past and the potential of her future. Chapter 5. The Challenge of Motherhood. In her diary, Sofia Alvarez pours out her heart as she navigates the complexities of motherhood from behind bars. Her initial entries reveal the relentless ache of separation from her young daughter, filled with guilt and longing. "Every night, I close my eyes and dream of us together," she writes, capturing the bittersweet memories of laughter and bedtime stories. Sofia's determination shines through as she details her efforts to maintain a connection with her child. She crafts letters filled with love and encouragement, hopeful that they will bridge the distance. As she participates in parenting classes and creates art for her daughter, Sofia finds a renewed sense of purpose. Each entry reflects her transformation from despair to resilience, illustrating how the love for her daughter ignites the flames of hope within her. Through this journey, Sofia demonstrates the profound strength that motherhood can inspire, even in the harshest of circumstances. Chapter 6. Meet Ethan Caldwell. Ethan Caldwell, a once promising entrepreneur, finds himself serving a sentence for fraud, his dreams now overshadowed by past mistakes. As he opens his diary for the first time, his words reveal an initial mix of ambition and regret. "I thought I could outsmart the system," he writes, reflecting on his desire for success that led him down a dark path. Drawing from his entrepreneurial spirit, Ethan is determined to reclaim his life, beginning with the educational opportunities provided by Riverview Correctional Facility. He enrolls in business classes designed to teach inmates essential skills for reintegration. His diary entries blend aspirations with moments of self-reflection, creating a powerful narrative of resilience. Through his writings, listeners witness Ethan grappling with his past decisions while striving to emerge as a more accountable and trustworthy individual, eager to forge a new identity beyond the prison walls. Chapter 7. Lessons in Integrity. Ethan Caldwell's journey through the prison's business courses unveils profound insights about accountability and ethical decision-making. In his initial diary entries, he shares his ambition to rebuild his life after a fraud conviction, fraught with regrets about the choices that led him to prison. As the weeks progress, Ethan's writings reflect a deepening understanding of the consequences of his past actions. He grapples with the weight of betrayal, not just of those he deceived, but also of his own principles. Through engaging discussions in class, Ethan learns to navigate the thin line between ambition and ethics, realizing that real success is rooted in trustworthiness. Each diary entry shows his shift in perspective. He begins to redefine success not merely by financial gain, but by the integrity with which he conducts his life. By the end of the chapter, readers witness Ethan's evolving commitment to authenticity and responsibility, illuminating the path toward his redemption. Chapter 8. Meet Jasmine Williams. Jasmine Williams, a spirited young woman in her mid-20s, finds herself confined within the walls of Riverview Correctional Facility, wrongfully convicted for a crime she didn't commit. Her initial diary entry is a raw outpouring of anger and confusion as she grapples with the betrayal of justice and the weight of her circumstances. "They took my life, but they won't take my spirit," she writes defiantly, her words echoing a fierce desire to reclaim her narrative. Through her diary, Jasmine embarks on an introspective journey, documenting her quest for justice and understanding amidst a system that feels rigged against her. She reflects on the anguish of her past, but also on the strength she uncovers within herself. Each entry reveals a woman transformed by resilience, driven not only by the need to prove her innocence, but also by a profound commitment to fight for others who share her plight. Chapter 9. The Fight Against the System. Jasmine Williams grips her diary with a mix of rage and determination, pouring her heart into each entry. Wrongfully convicted, her initial words are filled with confusion and disbelief, a stark contrast to the harsh reality of her life behind bars. As she navigates the complexities of her case, her diary becomes a sanctuary where anger transforms into resilience. Jasmine recounts long days spent poring over legal documents, battling her emotions, and seeking justice in a system that has failed her. With each entry, she unearths the strength to challenge the circumstances thrust upon her. Her voice becomes a rallying cry for others who feel voiceless, shedding light on the injustices of wrongful conviction. "They may cage my body," she writes, "but they cannot imprison my spirit." Through her words, Jasmine inspires not only herself but also her fellow inmates, embodying an unbreakable spirit and a relentless quest for truth and justice. Nasher Chapter 10. Meet Henry Doc Andrews. Henry Doc Andrews, once a respected physician, now finds himself incarcerated due to the grip of addiction. His initial diary entry presents a stark contrast between his past life and present reality. "I was once someone who healed, and now I'm a broken man," he writes, revealing the profound internal conflict he grapples with. The shame of losing his career and identity looms heavily over him as he confronts the wreckage of his choices. However, amidst the turmoil, Doc discovers art therapy, a creative outlet that offers solace beyond the prison walls. Through painting and drawing, he begins to articulate feelings he has long suppressed. "In every stroke, I reclaim a piece of my lost self," he notes, illustrating how art becomes both a refuge and a path to healing. Doc's journey reflects the complexity of human nature, and his writings evoke a sense of hope, reminding listeners that redemption is possible through compassion and creativity. Chapter 11. Finding Solace in Creativity. Henry Doc Andrews begins to find a new path as he engages in art therapy, a program that resonates with his troubled soul. In his diary, he writes of his initial resistance, battling the stigma of being both a doctor and an addict. Yet, as he puts brush to canvas, he discovers an unexpected release. His entries document an evolving relationship with creativity, where colors become symbols of his emotions, pain, regret, and, ultimately, hope. Through the exploration of abstract forms, Doc confronts the complexities of his addiction and the guilt that has haunted him. He writes of outpouring his sorrow in strokes of blue and finding joy in splashes of vibrant yellow. The process invites healing, allowing him to cultivate compassion for himself and others. As he reflects on the connections forged through shared artistic experiences, Doc begins to believe once more in the possibility of renewal and a life beyond bars. Chapter 12. Interconnecting Lives. As the months pass within the walls of Riverview Correctional Facility, the bonds among the inmates deepen, illustrating the profound power of connection. Marcus Mack Thompson finds solace in mentoring younger inmates, fostering relationships that not only uplift them, but also challenge his own perceptions of strength and vulnerability. Meanwhile, Sofia Alvarez often shares her poetry with Ethan Caldwell, whose entrepreneurial optimism inspires her to envision a brighter future for herself and her daughter. Jasmine Williams discovers a kindred spirit in Doc Andrews as they share their struggles and dreams during art therapy sessions, creating a safe space where they can express their fears and hopes. Together, these interconnected lives highlight a pivotal theme. Through shared experiences and mutual support, transformation becomes possible. Diary entries reflect laughter, tears, and moments of introspection, showing that even behind bars, the human spirit thrives when nurtured by friendship and understanding. Their collective journey embodies the undeniable resilience of the human heart. Chapter 13. The Concept of Redemption. In this chapter, we delve deeper into the inmates' intimate reflections on forgiveness and the arduous journey toward redemption. Each diary entry unveils the complex layers of guilt and remorse they carry along with their hopes for healing. Marcus Mack Thompson grapples with the ghosts of his past, expressing a yearning to break the cycle of violence and mend relationships with those he once hurt. Sofia Alvarez pours her heart into her writings, revealing how her longing for her daughter fuels her desire to transform her life. Jasmine Williams reflects on her wrongful conviction, confronting the need to forgive those who abandoned her in her darkest hour. As they navigate the nuances of self-forgiveness, they share profound insights into the nature of redemption, illustrating that it is both a personal journey and a bridge to reconnecting with society. Together, they uncover the truth that redemption is not just an end, but an ongoing process of becoming.